Well, the fight against COVID-19 is also a fight against misinformation. Public health officials say that vaccine misinformation, the widespread amounts of content on social media that might be considered anti-vax, keeping people from getting the shot or telling them not to get the shot because it could put them at health risk, it's just become prolific. A year and 9 months into the pandemic, YouTube is finally saying enough. Any false claims about vaccines will be put up actually taken down from the site. Aaron Nolan is here. What exactly is YouTube banning? Or rather, the bigger question is, who is YouTube banning? Because there are some pretty big names.
Yeah, well, I think that's a fair question, Adrian. But, you know, we all go to YouTube. There's billions of videos there. It says that there are billions of visitors to that site each and every day. And usually those videos are entertainment. They're music. They're movies. But sometimes there's propaganda and there is misinformation. That's why YouTube is starting to put its digital foot down on this misinformation. Now, I want to quickly go to the commitment page on YouTube.com. It says that YouTube does not allow misleading or deceptive content. It goes on to say that we need a clear set of facts to base our policies on. And when it comes to COVID-19, YouTube saying this, we rely on expert consensus from both international health organizations and local health authorities. So up until Wednesday, anyone could post anything about the virus, but now YouTube is canceling the post and the accounts of several vloggers. They're known as the Disinformation Dozen that most of this information is coming from. They've provided misleading information on the COVID-19 vaccine. But there is a question here. Does this violate First Amendment rights?
Freedom of speech and the First Amendment specifically only applies to state actors. It applies to the government, right? The Constitution was designed to protect us from the government, right? Not from Facebook, right? And not from Twitter. So social media platforms are not government entities.
So let's quickly talk about what else this YouTube ban is going to cover. It's not just COVID-19, it's also other vaccines and the effect it may or may not have. Misinformation about the MMR vaccine, that it causes autism. That's no longer allowed on YouTube. There's also claims that vaccines are part of a depopulation agenda. No more on YouTube. And finally, they're not going to allow the vaccine misinformation when it comes to the cause of chronic side effects like cancer and diabetes. Those are just false, Adrian. YouTube, again, putting its foot down, saying you can't do that anymore if you're a vlogger trying to make these claims. Back to you.
It is an interesting argument against the argument for free speech, saying that because YouTube or Facebook are not government entities, that you can't just say what you feel you want to say. But I'm sure that that is not the end of the debate. Thank you so much, Aaron.
Absolutely.